Right, Hilltop Tommy here, 09. I just want to show a wee gauge I got. It's a concentricity gauge. It's a Pearson concentricity gauge, and it's got a Swiss clock on it. You can see it there, and the readings is the gaps, the lines are with the longer lines in it are 2 10,000s, and the rest they're all just, if you just counting them all individually from 0 to 10 there, for instance, say from 12 to 1 o'clock, there's 10 lines, so that's 10 10,000s. It's the same as 1 thou. So I just want to show you these here. I get some at 70. I get up 77 Winchester cases, or 223 Remington or Winchesters. These cases here, 77 of them, had been loaded. They had been used 6 times. They had been shot 6 times. So they had, and I gathered them up anyway, and I give them a quick skim torn on a 24th century knack toner. Give them a skim just for a bit of practice, because I'm only into the knack torn now recently. And then I charged them with Hodgins H322 powder, and loaded them with a 40 VMAX bullet. And I just wanted to show the concentricity. You know, I'm getting these here, the 77 of them now. Just roughly, I wrote it down here. I just got three rounds over 1,000, 1 thou concentricity. I got 31 rounds between 6 10,000s and 1 thou, and I've 43 there. That's all 6 10,000s or below. So I just want to see, can I show it? See, can I do it here? I'm only new to this video, really. I've never done it inside before. You can make that clock out back in, you know. That dial there, really, just see, can I focus it? Right. I'll let us see now. I think these ones here, these 3 here. Just tighten this. Yeah. Them back ones all there are near enough between 0 readout and 6 10,000s. And these ones here in the front are from 6 10,000s up only to 1 thou in concentricity Runout. So I'll just, let's see now. Let's just line the clock up there. I'll do these ones here now. It's all only up till around 1,000s in readout now. So I'll put this dial around, line it up. From that 0 where it's sitting at now out to 10, that's 10 10,000s, so that equals 1,000 total Runout. Right. That's sort of entered now. It's hard for me to see, make sure you're seeing that alright. I think that's the right way to tilt it is. You can see the Runout there now. That's well inside 1 thou total Runout. As I say, they're all them wee lines that you can see are 1 10,000s. Just, you know. So that there's to the thou. People looking at that gauge would think they're just a normal gauge. You know, the 1 thou, it's not. It's every line you see, big or small, the wee lines are, they're 10,000s. You know, and this gauge here, it's just a Swiss gauge. Let's see, can you make that out? It's made in Switzerland, so you couldn't fault them. With their clocks and their gauges, they're first class. And as I say, every wee line now you see between the 0 and the 10, every stroke you see is 1/10,000. Some of the strokes are bigger than the others, 5 of them. That's why at the bottom of that gauge you'll see that the gap equals 2/10,000ths of an inch. You know? So we got to get her set up here again just to... That's it there now. I'll reach over for a couple of these fine ones just to basically have this in here still in. Make sure it's registering. Yeah. You can see that's like it's well under 10/10,000ths. That's only, let's see. There's the 0. It's only just 6.5/10,000ths. Get another one here. There you are. That there is, that's not exactly on the 0 like this. There's the 0, and nothing's only running up, it's not even 6/10,000ths. That's total run out. Now, I'll go into these fine ones here, the back of the case, the cartridge box I had sorted out. These here now. So that, where do you see these now? So that's registered and showing our 8mm it should be. No? I'll just bring this down, bring this clock. There's it on the 0 now. Total run out, look. It's only 5/10,000ths. It's only half, it's under half a thou. Total run out. These are cases now that I had reloaded, used them 6 times, and just got the 77 of them up there, and give them a skim towing, and then loaded them. And I was just checking the concentricity, and they're all first class. I've never ever had really big run out. I had the Hornady lock and load gauge before this one here, and I wasn't getting 2,000-3,000 that you see on YouTube and that. I was never ever getting that. I've got an odd one, a very very odd one, and with the Hornady lock and load, there's a thing on it the same as this. If you can see that, wait a see now. I'll zoom back a wee bit here to make sure you can see that. Was it a light? There's a dial in this here for adjusting to, for giving it a wee nudge over if you want to, you know. And I was doing that there with the Hornady lock and load one, and it was knocking them off too much. I think it was loosening the whole neck tension up on them, so I stopped adjusting them. I just, if I got any, say from 1, 2, or even up to 3/10,000ths, or 3 thou, sorry, I would have just used them for fouling the barrel or plinking, you know. But they definitely, even at 3,000s run out, they're not degrading the accuracy much, you know. But I just like keeping the best of them together, you know. That's why of that, sorry, that's why I have that box there now like that there. I keep them, so I keep them all sorted out of the from 0 to up till coming up to just touching the 6/10,000ths line. Is them there, there's 43 rounds in there. Them 3 there was the only 3 that went over 1,000s, that you could say was well over 1,000s. These here's are all from 6/10,000ths up. Sorry, yeah, from 6/10,000ths up till 1 thou, and then it was them 3 just over 1 thou. Now I'll just line this up again. I'll zoom this in again. Make sure you can see it. Now let's see now. I'll set that. Let's make sure I put it at just down or furthest, and then you can zero her in just to give you an idea. Look at that there. Let's see now. There's a 0, 2, 3/10,000ths. Only about under a third of 1 thou total run out. Now just grab another one there. Just make sure it's just down. I'll zero it out to give you easy for reading. As I say, this is a 10th gauge, this is not a 1/3 gauge. So all them wee strokes, you see, all individually equal 1/10,000. There you are. Just past this eight now. I'll keep it going. I'll get this zeroed. Yeah. So just past the zero. Oh, there. Just hitting up on the 5/10 there. Nothing there whatsoever, hardly. Couple of 10,000, sorry. I need to zoom this out so you can see that I'm adjusting this, winding this. Let's see now. There you are, the needle's not even going to move hardly in this one at all. You can see now I ain't torn it fully round. No, look at that there. Just make sure she's in right. Just to show you. Yeah? It's hardly budging at all. That's me pressing down and torn it. You can see the yoke there with the bullet tip. And then there's your wee adjuster, you know, there it winds in and out. That's a wee nudge thing. And there's like a swivel head on it for facing up against the bullet tip if I want to adjust it. She's a Pearson and she's made in America, USA, patent, with the Swiss clock on her. I actually picked it up on eBay. I picked two up on eBay and sold the other one. The other one was from the large calibers, and I don't have a large caliber gun, you know. 223 is my limit, just for vermin shooting, you know. You can see now. You must say that's zero run out. I'll get one away over here just to see where it's. Right. I'll bring that now. I'll bring that dial. I'm going to bring this clock down. Just see, that's near enough. Just to give us an idea. No, just about 5-10,000 run out total. No, or is it just coming up to 5-10,000 and back to the north? Total run out. I'll do these three now just to make sure. I found these ones out that they were over 1,000, over 1,000. No, now you see that going way down to there. I'll move that dial down to that video, see now. No, that's just coming up on the 10. It's going from 0 to 10. That's 10 thousandths. That's the same as 1 thou total run out. That's the one. I only found 3 of these out of 77 rounds, like, after giving them a quick skim torn. There you are, just past the 0 and just past the 10 la. So that's about 10,000, so it's just over 1,000. I think this is near the last one in the row. Not sure which way I grabbed it. Yeah, I'll bring it down now. There's the knot down, roughly, like. No, that's 12. That's 13. That's 13 10,000s. So that's about 1.3 thou total run out. And that was the 3 wash cases. I'll just zoom back here and show you these cases. The way. That's the cases there. As I say, I found 43 from near enough 0 run out up till 6, up, not touching the 6-10,000, just coming up to the 6-10,000s. There's the 3 in a row. It was all over 1,000. And these here 31 rounds were from 6 10,000s up till the 1 thou, and then them 3s from the 1 thou, just it's only up to about 1.3 thou. Now these this is a wee the leaflet that came with the ammunition measurement and adjustments. There's the different calibers that their gauges cover. You know, bench race, vermin hunting, small rifle. There's, I don't know if you can see that. I'm sure you can. Small rifle tail. That's what that covers up. But she goes up now. If you see there, you can see there the 2 SB, and that's the short. And then she goes up into the 2 into the bench race stuff. You know, there's the one. When I bought the 2 gauges off the one fella for very small money, and there's what the big one covered all them there. Basin. There's a way on the YouTube. I think it's jet ski or something you call him. He has the Basin gauge on the YouTube, and it come in that big case for it. You know, it's good. I got it at good money, so I can't complain. You know. Now, I just want to show these because wanted to show these here because I got them. I gathered them up out of different boxes and finished up with the 77 rounds of them in the Winchester. They all had been loaded 6 times by myself. So all as I done, I skimmed them. I actually I done them through the neck through the collet. I have a 21st century expanding die, right? But all as I done was I put them through this neck toner, the collet die, and then I skimmed them, give them just a light skim, taking all the high parts off them, right? And then I put them through that again and neck sized them. After neck sized them, I loaded them up with powder and loaded the bullets in them, and they were seated on this here. This is a Reading competition seater, micrometer. That's what I seated these bullets, all them bullets on, and the majority of them was 9 times out of 10 I only neck size until my gun actually starts telling me that I have to full length size them. And they were done on this Lee press, the hand press, you know. So for anybody thinking that they need top tools, it's not necessary. I believe 80-90% of it, the secret's all down till the seating die. A good quality seating die. The inside of this here, when the bullet goes up into it, you can see it there, like, you know, it holds the bullet good and tight. It lines it all up, you must say it perfectly. There's been great read-ups about this Reading competition. It holds everything very tight and seats the bullet unbelievably. Unbelievable. Like I just get this camera off here. This is my first time putting it on this wee mount. I have this is my wee gun room at it. I just want to give you a quick scan round it. And I'm done up with it, and there's my powder. That's for measuring out my powder. I just want to show you this by here. I have this by here, and I have this. I would have this here, and this is no lie, I would have this near a year. I had already a load of bullets made up before I bought it. You know, in case it's all done now, so I didn't really need it at the time. And I found there, I've just started using that wee Lee hand charger there. And I find it so handy. I've taken it outside in a good day in it, and it actually helps my hands with a bit of exercise now. But I'm getting a lot of cramps and all in my fingers and in my wrists and that now. And I find I just mounted that in here recently, to be honest with you. This is my wee cabinet there to keep my bullets and stuff in. But I have not used this press, and I must have it the guts of a year now. Everybody should probably say you're mental or something, but I found out that I haven't needed it. But I've I've a lot of cases now. You'll see them there, and there's a lot of them all sat out. These here's all were only neck sized, but I've a lot here to do now, and I've the full length size them. So I'll put my. I've got a. I actually only have at the minute. Just a. I haven't even used it yet. Just one of them new dimension full length dies, Horndy die. Any time that I did ever need the full length size, I was only using the guts out of a Lee full length sizer. Took the pin knot out of it and used the body of it just to squeeze her down near the head, and then I used the collet die. Well, actually, collet die. Used the collet neck die at first, and then run it through. You might call it the body die. It's the same thing when you take the pin knot out of them. But I have not even used it yet. There's another one I haven't even used. I've rigged this up. I actually had this one here. I rigged this one up here when the two of them came near enough together, and I had my the big one, the Foster coax, sitting there with the G clamps. There's the clamps that were lying down there. I just had it mounted up there. Say I'll put it in there out of the road, and I've found them there is unbelievable. They're very, very small money. You know, I can't remember, maybe 30 or 35 pounds, and they're unbelievable. As I say, I think the whole secret's in the dies. It's not really in the press if you have a half decent press at all. You know, there's now. Where did I get this down? Maybe this here. When my first gun I ever had, it was a Remington 700, and my first ever attempt at reloading, I only reloaded up 20 cartridges. And I asked a mate, in fact there he's there, that old boy there in the light blue shirt there. I asked him did he want to shoot off the last 3 cartridges I had, and he says no, he's alright, he wouldn't bother. So I actually lay down and took my time, and this is 100 yards, and there's where the last 3 bullets finished up. There's the group size there, 0.166. She was BLC2 powder at the time, 26.2 grains per cartridge overall length. It was just the magazine. I had the Remington 700 in a coyote stock, a sniper stock, and I loaded to 2.260. The magazine took it okay. You know, that was 100 yards. It was good conditions that day, and that was my first ever attempt at it. That's what got me into the hobby of it. I really love it now. Doing a bit of reloading, you know. That was the first time ever, as I say, it was 20 rounds that I fired, and that was round 18, 19 and 20. You know, and that was for the Mediterranean digital calibers. I gauged that, and then deducted the bullets, you know, size from it. Then later on, I bought a Tika Vermont, 223 Vermont, and this was my first time out shooting it too. It was 100 yards again. This was with 55 VMAX with H322. It's 23 grains of H322, feathered primer, 5-shot group, and this here was confirmed. I run this over the photographs. I came across that on target. That does all the measuring for you that the competition boys use, and you can see it there. She measured 0.4825 in the good Mediterranean digital calibers, Japanese, I think they're made in, and less the bullet diameter 224, so it left the group size just over 0.2585, just over a quarter inch, and that's a 5-shot group. So from then on I just says to myself, I'm as well reloading, you know, and it's nice to be making group bullets like that there together, especially when you're only started off at the game, you know. So I'm happy enough with that now. This is my wee reloading room now, as you can see. But as I say, I've never used this Torrid press yet, or the Foster press. That's just a Lee. That's a shotgun press. You know. And there's that wee gauge. Sorry, I'll just give you a good. Do you see there now? You see this thing at the bottom there? It says 2 10,000s between the lines. That's the big lines. From 0 to 10. If you count all the lines, big or small, there's 10 of them. So that's 10 10,000s. From 0 to 10 is 10 10,000s, which is the same as only 1,000. But I actually have been getting, I've been getting very low runout all the time. I would say I wouldn't have 20 cases. Well, maybe from like, I have a good lot of reloads done now. Here to just show you now. I would have, no, take a look at that now. And like any time I was ever reloading outside, depriming outside, sitting in a good day there, I would just deprime them into the bin in between my feet. These were ones there that I've just done while in here, you know. And I can honestly say, I would be very surprised if I had 2 dozen. I don't remember even having that many with high run out. They take us a great action, so they are. And I always knack size the whole time until I don't fast out loads, you know. But I always knack size the whole time. After I fired rounds when I get home, I see to the empty cases to the chamber in my gun. I let my gun gauge the cases instead of buying these Wilson case gauges and whoever else makes them. I let the gun tell me when she needs to be full length sized, and I say if she does need full length sized, all as I ever did was put it through one of the Lee dies, a full length sizing die with the pin all out of it, so it acted like a body die. I would have knack sized it first for them, and then run it through the body die, and then check her again the gun. As long as she's chambering's easy, I was happy enough, you know. So that's just to show you like the sort of run out I'm getting. But I definitely, I would bet on that 80 or 90%, I'd say at least, the secret is all down in a good seating day. Like, as you can see, like for the press wise, I have a choice of using the Foster press or even that there Torrid press, you know, but there is a right wee bit of slop in them. But the Foster coax, it's got the all, that Foster, like, it's got the floating shell holder. So it goes from, it moves about there from left to right, and then you've got the die. So as you say, I haven't even got a die set up with the lock ring in it to show you. But the die actually comes back and forward this way, and the shell holder goes this way. So it would definitely line the case up great with the bullet heads too, you know. But I found I haven't had to use it, to be honest with you know. When I'm getting good results, I guess, and I say it's a bit of exercise for my hands, because I'm getting an awful cramps in my hands now. You know, it's probably just getting on out of age, I don't know what it is, you know. So that's just giving you a wee rundown of these Bearson or whatever you call them. It was American gauge. There's a logo there, if you can see it. See that light's not great, is it? You can see Bearson.